Everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I am here with layout number 2 from the Scrapbooking store kit that I purchased to review in February of 2018. So this is again the second layout that I am doing with this kit, and I figured out what was wrong with the video quality in the last two videos, so this is much clearer than it probably has been, so thanks for sticking with me, but I figured it out. So I am actually going to do a Project Life page here, and as you can see I already have my photos laid out. They're not trimmed down or anything, and I even have the top left photo. There's two photos. There's a 4x6 photo, and there's also a little square photo, so you can see both of those there. I haven't figured out which one I'm going to actually scrapbook, but I have both of them there just to see kind of which one I want to work with. So let me tell you a little bit about these photos. So these photos are actually from June 2016, and this was the right around the time that Kaylin started summer camp, but there was kind of a 2-week gap in between starting or ending preschool and starting summer camp, and so my friend kept him with her daughter because her daughter went to the same preschool as Kaylin, and her two older boys were still in school. So Kaylin hung out with them throughout the day on those 2 weeks, and he kind of had camp at Heather's house, Miss Heather's house. They had camp at Miss Heather's house. So I wanted to document a couple of the things that they did. She always sent me photos, and I really appreciated it. He had so much fun with her, and she really kept them busy. She kept them entertained. She took them into Sesame Street Live here in Raleigh one day, which is what the two photos on the top are, as well as what that ticket is. And then there's also just photos of Kaylin and her playing at their house, or Kaylin and my friend's daughter playing at their house, and it was just so cute because he's so big and she's so tiny. There's not that big of an age gap between them, but she's just so tiny and he's so big, so it's really cute. It looks, they're riding in the little Jeep around their driveway, and it's just incredibly cute. So I wanted to document all of that. Now, I have these papers that I'm working with from the kit, and they are actually, excuse me, they're actually the Domestic Bliss, I believe, is the collection. Oh, and in my original unboxing, I had made a comment about how I wish that there were alphas in the kit, and wondering if there were, and they just weren't included in the kit itself, but they are not actually alphas in this collection pack. Some collection packs include alphas, but this particular collection pack did not actually come with alphas. I even looked it up on online to see if the collection pack would normally come with alphas, and it does not. So that's not just in relation to this particular kit for this month, but it's actually this collection kit did not actually have papers in it whenever you buy like the paper pack. So I just wanted to point that out. I forgot to mention that before when I had researched it, but anyways, so this collection has a ton of home-related things such as vacuums and telephones and couches and houseplants and house like shapes and things like that. But I've been finding ways to work with it in different ways, I guess. I've been finding different ways to work with it. There we go. Such as that bottom left card is a picture of a door, and it has like a banner on the door. Well, I turned that on its side because I also don't do vertical 4x6 pockets. So I turned that one on its side, and really I'm just using the wood grain pattern as kind of my background. And you'll see a little bit of the banner sticking up, but it doesn't even, it's not even noticeable once I actually map my photo on a different piece of paper. And also there's this clock. The clock is kind of irrelevant, but it is part of the ticket from when they went, and it has the date and the time and all of that. So I thought the clock would work. It was really not relevant to the layout, but I thought it would work, and it's the right colors. So I'm just kind of going through the different papers and figuring out what I want to use for my pockets. I also went ahead and used one of the embellishments that came in the kit were these Project Life cards. Now they are 4x4 and 2x2, which are not the sizes in the page protectors that I use. As you see, I use the Design A page protector typically. Every once in a while I mix something else in there, but I really just plan my Project Life using the Design A page protector. But because of that, I don't have any 4x4 pockets or 2x2 squares, so I'm just using the 2x2 squares as embellishments, and then I've actually been cutting a lot of the 4x4 cards apart and using the journaling lines primarily. So that's the great thing about these kits, is that they're really versatile, and you can really kind of change and adapt them in any particular way that you want. So like this top card had a lot of writing on it, and I'm really just using the word love, and then I'm going to put another word as well kind of under there to make it a caption. But I'm covering up the laughter and laundry because it said love, laughter, and laundry. And so I'm just kind of covering that up, especially since you can't see the rest of the words. Ooh, knocked my camera there. Sorry about that. That box that you just saw me rummaging through is a box that I keep very close to my desk. It's actually on the top shelf of my Rascog, which is to the left of my desk. And my desk is a counter height desk, and I stand at it. Well, it adjusts, but I have it set to counter height at the moment. And it actually adjusts. So I have the Rascog that I use for storage. I have it kind of tucked under the left side of my desktop. So the desk has like these triangular legs, and I know I'm not describing this properly, but bear with me. So it has like these triangular legs, but because of that, it allows things to kind of be tucked up under the edge of the desktop because there's about a foot of space on either side of the top of the desk, or right under the top of the desk where there's nothing, like there's not a shelf there or anything like that. There's a shelf across the center, but not on the edges. I'm really terrible about this. If you want to see what I'm talking about, go look at my craft room tour and you'll be able to actually see what I'm very poorly describing. But anyways, I keep the Rascog right there. That's the whole point of me saying all of this. Now these puffy stickers had these like prize things. One had I think it's like a bunny head on it, and then the other one had the word first, but I didn't like the colors of the banner that had the word first on it. But the bottom right photo is a picture of Kaylin in a like water relay race, and so I thought it would be really cute to have those banners there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one with the bunny head, and then I'm actually going to cut out the word first off the other one and put it on top of the bunny head, which is what you're going to see me do here in just a bit. I used those rub-ons, the one that said, hey, hey. Now that's a birthday set of rub-ons, which is funny enough, I actually don't have any birthday photos printed that I could actually use those rub-ons with. So I've been using those rub-ons in a different capacity there's words like celebrate and hooray and things like that. And like this says, hey, hey, and I've just been using them on different cards and layouts and things like that to kind of make it fit. So we'll see how much of those birthday rub-ons I get used, but I'm very pleased with how much I've used so far. Plus, if you noticed, I don't even have to use like a popsicle stick or anything like that to rub on those rub-ons. They're extremely sticky. They just kind of stick right to the paper. And you can even see right over there under the first banner that I mentioned, there is one of those rub-ons on just a piece of white cardstock, and it says hooray, but it's that nice bright green color. So I just wanted to kind of bring that green into a few other places on the layout. Now for right now, I have that puffy sticker sitting above the hey hey, and it's not going to stay there. I'm actually going to change that out, but I really was kind of playing around with the idea, and I've got it sitting on, I didn't take it actually off the little piece of acetate. I had cut the acetate off around it, and so it's still sitting there so I can think about it and decide what I want to do. And I do that quite often. I will leave embellishments sitting there, not necessarily adhered. As you can see, I just took it off. I will leave it sitting there, not necessarily adhered, but I'll leave it there and kind of let it marinate for a bit. Now, what I was trying to do is cover up the doorknob on that door. As I mentioned, that was a picture of a door that I turned on its side, and I'm just kind of using the wood grain background on it. But there is a doorknob, and it looks kind of funny to me. So I'm using another rub-on and just putting it on a piece of white cardstock, and it says, let's get together, and I'm actually going to layer it right there. And it's that same kind of pinkish color that's on that clock, so it kind of brings it into another point on the layout, as well as it kind of matches that banner that says, or the prize ribbon that says first as well. So I've kind of got the bottom done at this point. Now I'm going to kind of work through the top and figure out what I want to put on these top two cards. So that speech bubble that I just put down says, nope, not today. And then I put a sticker right underneath it in just a moment that says, enjoy it all. So I'm going to read the journaling to you, which is what I'm working on now. I've got the journaling card, and then I'll kind of explain the nope, not today sticker. So it says, summer break for us started before summer camp started. So Kaylin spent 2 weeks at summer camp with Mia at Heather's house during the day. These two get along wonderfully. They even got to see Sesame Street live, which they loved despite Kaylin's insistence that he was too old for Sesame Street. Next, on to summer camp with the YMCA. And so it kind of tells you a little bit about the top photos, and then kind of tells you that on the bottom, like what we're transitioning into, which is summer camp. So the one, excuse me, the picture on the bottom left is a picture of them when they line up when you drop them off in the morning at summer camp. And then the right picture, the relay race, is just a picture of some things that they do at camp, of course, and it's just a day camp. But it kind of just gives you an overview of all the different pictures and kind of tells you what's going on. Now these little word strips that I'm using did not come in the kit, but they actually are from Simple Stories, and they are from the Sunshine and Happiness sticker, alpha and word strips sticker sheet. Sorry, I was having a hard time getting that out. I'm actually going to use the alphas that coordinate with the Sunshine and Happiness collection as well from Simple Stories, which is, see, that's one of those collections that did come with alphas, which is why I had really assumed that this one would have come with alphas, but it didn't. I don't know if Simple Stories always does alphas, or maybe they split some of their collections with alphas and some of them not, but that's why it surprised me so much that this actual collection pack did not have alphas, because I was so used to the collection packs including alphas. But Lord knows I have 1,022 alphas in my stash, so I really don't need another one. It's just kind of nice when it comes in a kit and you don't have to dig through your stash. However, speaking of my letter sticker stash, this is I took one of the drawers out of my cube system and I put all my little letter stickers in it, and it's been great because I've just been able to pull it out and kind of rummage through and really kind of make a dent on some of these alphas like this that are primarily mostly used up. Like I'm out of E's, but I can write the word room, which is exactly kind of like a kind of just plays on the fact that they're sitting in the little Jeep. But I've really been able to kind of utilize some of these alpha stickers like this that kind of get lost in your stash if you don't keep them out and ready. So I've thought it's been kind of nice, and I also organized those in there very nicely, so the alphas that look similar are right next to each other in there, so it's easy to kind of find and flip through and find what you look, or sort through, flip through, and find what you're looking for, rather. So these right here are those Sunshine and Happiness alphas that I was mentioning, and I'm just putting a few little captions at the bottom. It says YMCA, and then the vroom on the picture of them on the Jeep, and then I'm putting fun here at the top, so it's going to say like love, fun, and then it's a picture of them at Sesame Street Live looking totally involved in what's going on. As you can see, Kalen's like craning his neck trying to see. So clearly he enjoyed himself. He just was not going to admit that he was going to Sesame Street Live and that he was excited about it, but he really ended up loving it in the end. So there's a few little things that I'm going to go through and put on next. I've got a few little buttons from the sticker sheet that I'm going to put on. I have this clothespin that I'm going to put on. I didn't really know how to incorporate it, but I felt like that picture with the ticket needed something else, so I'm putting that clothespin there, plus it kind of has the navy color and ties it in a little bit, and then here's that button that I'm mentioning. So this finishes this layout. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Project Life page, and please stay tuned because I have already 3 more projects done with this kit for February. Alright guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Bye!